Hey everybody, this is Dust on Gaming with episode 5 of Arclight Phoenix decks here in Modern with an undetermined number because we're going to be doing some practice rounds in addition to the league to get some more videos in. Response has been huge to the daily videos. We've been getting increasing in sub count. We're getting very close to 500, so I want to thank everybody for doing that. And this is a friendly reminder, if you like what you're seeing on the channel, please consider subscribing, giving us a thumbs up, and leaving a constructive comment down below. So, last version of Izzet Drakes we played was 4 Pteramander, no Crackling Drake, 2 Chart of course, and we were playing Opt. This version is opting for Sleight of Hand over Opt, 2 copies of Terry, 2 copies of Cracky, 2 Surgical Extractions in the main, 2 Gut Shots, 2 Lightning Axes. So the cantrip package is Serum Vision, Sleight of Hand, Thought Scour, Faithless Looting, and Metamorphose. We have 4 Bolts, 2 Gut Shots, and 2 Lightning Axes to help clear creatures out of the way. Obviously, Bolt and Gut Shot go to the face. Metamorphose here to help chain spells to get your Arclight Phoenixes back, flip your thing in the ice, make your Crackling Drakes enormously big, make your Pteramanders easily able to be adepted. So pretty quick clock here in the main deck. Just streamline, try to do things as consistently as possible, but there are some decks that can outrace us. Where the sideboard comes in, 2 copies of Ravenous Trap to pair with our Surgical Extractions in the main for decks like Dredge and Storm, 2 copies of Spell Pierce to disrupt any type of spell-based things like Burn, Control, any type of combo decks, 2 copies of Abrade when Shatter and Lightning Strike against creatures is good, 2 copies of Anger of the Gods. Pretty good in some of the aggressive decks. Shatterstorm for any type of artifact decks, the Whir decks they're floating around, the various Hardened Scales Affinity decks floating around, 2 copies of Blood Moon whenever you can punk your opponent, anything from 3 color mana bases like Jund and Jeskai to Amulet Titan, Titan Shift. Especially Titan Shift can be a rough matchup. I played a little bit of side events up at GP Pittsburgh yesterday and noticed quite a bit of Titan Shift in addition to Arclight Phoenix, Dredge, and Burn. 2 Route is a Viceroy for kind of the grindy mid-range matchups, both control and grind, and 2 Dragon's Claw for the burn matchups. So you're here for the matches, not for me to talk about the deck. So let's hop into one. So the endgame plan for the channel the next month or so is to really push out modern content. Really trying to grow the channel. I've been really encouraged by the results of late, so I'm going to give it a good push here. I found in traveling yesterday that I'm not a huge fan of traveling a ton for Magic, so Elves, some type of elf deck, sure. In the ice, definitely want that and Bolt. So next turn we have to debate if we're going to deploy Thing in the Ice or if we gotta kill Nil Sentinel here. If they go like Nil Sentinel plus Devoted Druid, we're going to have to, not Devoted Druid, whatchamacallit, some type of elf deck, so you can't be that unmeta. Alright, so guess I actually stacked the Bolt first, huh? It's kind of awkward on my part. No sense in being around the bush here. Just grab the thing. So next turn we get to go chain 4 spells, it looks like. Get to go Metamorphose, Bolt, Thought Scour, Flip Thing, deal them a ton of damage potentially. Opponent kind of complaining about Missouri, not a terrible card. Different. Alright, so let's make our opponent sad a little bit, unfortunately. Go ahead, do this. Start chaining off. Opponent is playing Elves, which... do this, couple of bolts, Thought Scour. Maybe we'll hit a Phoenix here. But also wouldn't mind seeing a... Thought Scour here. Thought Scour. Flip thing with double bolt here, do a lot of damage to our opponent. Maybe we'll see a Phoenix. Ooh, arclight. Arclight drawn, that kind of sucks. Oh well. Bolt you. Flip thing. Alright, just let our opponent do their thing. Here comes Dwyann's Elite. Awkward. Discard that. Alright. Let's play Pteramander there, chatting too much with our opponent, so... Here comes Beast Whisperer. Yep. Obviously would love to hit another blue spell here. We don't, so bottom, play out this. Swing with the Awoken Horror. Play out Terry. Hold up Bolt in case they go too nuts here. Missouri, sure. Terry here. Connect and then bolt you onto the sideboard. Alright, so against Elves, couple copies of Anger of the Gods, couple copies of Abrade. Probably can go down these surgical extractions and Their card doesn't make a ton of sense here. Maybe Sleight of Hand's the worst cantrip we have. This hand's okay. I mean, we have Gut Shot and Serum Visions. Actually, double Serum Visions. Probably slow them down a little bit here in Serum Visions. Really need to find a land, though. Faithless Looting. I think I'm in the market for Faithless Looting, although... Huh. Missing on a land drop, it is a bit risky to only play that out. Alright, so let's hit a looting here. Hope we hit a land. Alright, so we do hit a land. Getting rid of the little piggy, and what other card are we getting rid of here? Sleight of Hand, question mark? Play our friend Terry. Terry does like to show up in these situations, doesn't he? Alright, there's Nettle Sentinel. I guess what I was gonna say with it's possible with Heritage Druid they could go off here. Good old tap the right mana. Alright, so Serum Visions here. Anger of the Gods is a pretty brutal set of cards. Don't think that necessarily changes. Does it change our game plan here? Problem is we don't have another red mana source. Bring back archlight. There's Clan Caller. This might actually be a race we're losing, so I may just have to takes a blue to flip that. Now this feels really awkward. So I can gut shot this. Flashback looting and try to race. I think I'm just supposed to anger here. Feels really awkward given the sequencing, but I think we're just behind on board, so I had to do something. Beast Whisperer? Yeah, it's fine. It's a fine startup to the follow-up. So one card. Pitching Phoenix and really want the Bolt to kill that. So I may not be able to get Phoenix back this turn. I guess I just pitch that, Bolt this, pass, and have Crackling Drake as kind of the way to close out the game. Sure, there goes the graveyard. Sure, need the Stampede. Because they're probably not going to be able to deploy a whole lot here. Even if they draw a ton of cards, which they obviously... Yep. Definitely some missteps in this match. Red, red, blue, blue. Can our opponent deal with a 4/4? So they get to deploy Beast Whisperer into Heritage Druid. Excuse me. Guess they... Okay, no, something was a pretty good one here. Alright, Arch Druid, not bad. Alright, so let us Serum Visions. This is a 16 ball. And GG. Ha ha! Nice. I think you had me without Crater. Oh well, I mean, apart from our kind of bemoaning opponent, I don't know. I'm of the opinion that when I play in practice rooms, I don't mind my opponent playing tier stuff, like, 'cause that's kind of what I actively want to test against, and I think Elves is actually a pretty good deck. So our opponent there with the Beast Whisperer combination stuff, keep on trooping on, man. Hope you find the channel sometime. But this has been Dusk for Dusted On Gaming with match number 1 of episode 5 with Arclight Phoenix in Modern.